am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber Frost on Kajin Cosplay, and yeah, today we're back at you guys with Hunter, episode 83.
Oh my god. The Chimeras have discovered Nen.
Fuck! We're doomed, guys! We're doomed!
They were so strong to begin with, and now we had the power, you know? And the fact that Ramuk, that's his name, the fact that he discovered Nen, and he was basically, you know, capable of activating it and stuff after he was attacked with Nen, but maybe he can, you know, trigger it in the others as well. In any case, they can discover it in their little, you know, in their little home, and they can become even stronger. And the gang has no idea.
Yeah, I think that our only advantage right now is that they don't know that they can
do special
things
stuff.
with it.
Yeah.
So we got an advantage point right there, but it's a little advantage. Just
like
a little.
It's not a good thing though. Like I would have gone the entire arc without that happening. In any case, well, Kite, Killua, and Gon faced 3 chimeras, the ones that also attacked the drug army, basically.
Yeah.
And they succeeded. Kite was amazing. Killua was amazing. Even Gon was amazing. He adapted so quickly to the situation. One thing though that we noticed is that he lacks experience, and that could come into play in a future fight. You know, this could eventually get him to lose. So it's dangerous. He needs to be on his guard. Good thing that Kite is around, you know, to teach them as they go, but it's gonna get harder and harder, and I'm a bit scared.
Also, Killua's on attack used so much energy that facing a stronger opponent than the one that he did in the previous episode might be more difficult and dangerous for him.
Yeah. Basically, they have weaknesses, and they really need to get on that, because first of all, they don't have time to train. Like, it's not the time to get better, but they will have to if they want to face the queen and the coming king.
They're gonna become stronger in the spur of the moment,
as they always do.
Yeah.
But anyway, I will say though, before we start this episode, we have a hard time speaking English today, so if we sound weird or if we, you know, mumble like this, it's normal for today.
Be patient with us, guys.
Okay, let's jump in this episode.
All
let's
right.
go. Gon's way of dealing with enemies is... That's the thing, like, a lot of people in the comments are split, you know? Like, you guys are very 50-50. We have people in the comments saying that Gon is very selfish, and when we agree with that, a lot of people are also saying that he's not. In the show, like, let's put aside our own opinions and just focus on the show. In the show, many people have said that Gon's way of, you know, making his decisions and Gon's way of seeing the world is very gray.
You know what? From what I saw in that episode only, it's like Gon wasn't against technically the fact that they had to eat humans and bring them for the queen, because that was they needed to do. That's the natural way of doing things for them. They had to do it for their queen.
He gave them a choice.
But it changed when they said that they don't kill humans to eat or for their queen. They kill them because it's fun to crush them and to spill their blood.
But even then, like, the fact that he killed them, the Chimera, and he's okay with them dying and stuff, has nothing to do with them killing humans. He was willing to let them go or let them survive if they agreed to never killing humans ever again. So he did. There's a part of him that wants to stop this from happening, which is cool. But at the end of the day, it's the fact that he said that he felt no sympathy towards people who don't care about their comrades.
Because that's not indeed the normal way, you know? Friends are supposed to care about each other. Comrades are supposed to care about each other. Not said that you're trash and you're trash.
But, I agree with his way of thinking. You know, I see people who are supposed to care about their comrades and they don't. And I would find this despicable. The fact that he's saying it with such strength, though, and I think why Kite was saying that's scary, how is he going to react if he meets a Chimera who has friends and who loves his friends and cares for his comrades? That's the question. Like, is Gon's morality too gray to face a Chimera who is willing to, you know, kill humans, but then he likes his comrades, so that makes him human in Gon's eye?
Mm-hmm.
Gon's morality, you know, Gon's sense of justice and right and wrong has always been very gray, because he's not fueled by a sense of morality that's ultimately good or ultimately evil. He's fueled by himself, you know, he's fueled by his beliefs. So whatever he thinks goes, even if what he thinks is bad. And he adapts it, you know? If, for example, if he faces a human being who hurt one of his friends, he will go all out, and I don't think he will care what type of hurt or wounds he gives that person, you know, how hurt that person is going to end up. I don't think he would care about killing a human who would attack his friends.
True.
But then that same human would be, you know, I don't know, would be a criminal, a wanted criminal, and would have killed people he doesn't care about. Then, you know, the stuff he's going to do to that person is going to be very different. He's a victim of his emotions, and he's a victim of his own morality, which is really gray. So it's always interesting though, because that means we don't know what he's going to do. We don't know where he's going to go.
Yeah, it's aesthetically a little bit unpredictable. It's like, if you do bad things but are honest about it, like I'm a thief or I'm a killer, and I'm honest about that. I'm not trying to appear to be a good person. I think Gon's gonna be technically okay with that, because I'm not trying to kill his friend per se, but do you know what I mean?
No, but it's just, what all this amounts to is the fact that we can never predict where he's going to go. Like, if I compare it to any other characters in a TV show, or actually if I compare it to a character in this show, Killua, for example. Killua is an assassin. He has no remorse with killing people. We know that his motivation is to help Gon. So whoever is on his way, on his path, whoever stops him from helping Gon, he's okay with killing, you know? He doesn't give a shit if that person is a criminal or a victim or anything. If that person does something against Gon, he's gonna be willing to fight that person. He's very straightforward.
Yeah.
Gon, it always depends. Like, for example, in Greed Island, he was willing to kill, or at least hurt badly, the bummers. Not because technically they were killing people,
but because they were going against the concept of the game.
Exactly. Where that is kind of disturbing is it's just that, you know, it's the reason why he hates them so much. It's not because they killed people. It's because they're not, you know, following the rules of the game. So that at the end of the day, that leaves them in a spot that is very unpredictable. Very prompt to be manipulated by his emotions, very prompt to switching quickly if something happens that we didn't see coming or he didn't see coming. And since everyone, like, I'm just following what the characters in the show are saying, because everyone who's met Gon and heard about his sense of justice and stuff.
Everyone said that kid is dangerous.
Exactly. So I'm just afraid of seeing, because we know that there are characters, chimeras, that care about their comrades, like Colt.
Yeah.
And the queen is something. The king, we don't know how he's going to be, because I'm pretty sure he's going to be born eventually, but we don't know how he's going to react. We will see. Eventually, maybe he will meet a chimera that is dangerous and that kills people, but also has enough human characteristics to basically trigger some sympathy in Gon's heart, and he won't want to kill them. So I mean, he's a loose cannon. And that's why this entire scene and this entire conversation, and Kite saying stuff like that's scary. This entire thing kind of sends alarm bells, you know, ringing in my head, because we don't know how Gon is going to react in the future. Really? He's always unpredictable.
The more I think about it, the more I think it's coming clear to me that it's just, if it's normal, the natural way, or expected, is going to be okay with it. Like, Killua is an assassin, so it's expected of him that he's gonna kill people, so he's okay with it.
Well, Gon is a kid. Gon is a kid. He has a kid's way of seeing the world, I feel like. You know, stuff, he doesn't care that Killua is an assassin, because Killua is his friend. And I mean, he's seeing the guy and he's like, you're a pretty cool guy. We hang out and we have fun. So in my mind, you're okay. He doesn't stop at the fact that he's an assassin, like a kid would, you know? A kid meets a bad person, or at least you say to a kid that person did bad things, the kid can still like that person because he doesn't think about these things. He stops at his own vision of the world, you know? He stops at his own understanding of the world.
But it's like, if Gon didn't knew Kurapika, but still learned that the Phantom Troop did murder the entire clan, I think that it would have been okay with it because he's not connected to Kurapika. But since he is, that's not okay in his mind because that affects him. Just like the fact that he was okay with the bombers killing people in the game.
Well, he wasn't okay.
But not the fact that they were going against the game concept.
No, he wasn't okay. That's the thing. He wasn't okay with them killing people, but he didn't see, you know, he didn't want to exact justice on them because of that. You know, that's why he didn't kill them. It's not like revenge or anything because they killed people.
What I mean is that if the game was about you need to kill your opponent, it would be okay with that. That's
well,
the
if
thing.
the game was about that, then I mean there would be no surprise. They wouldn't be cheaters or anything like that. They would expect it to happen. So the game isn't a good example for that. What I'm just saying is that you know he usually does the right thing. It's just that the questioning behind what he does, the way he got to his reaction, you know, the path he took to get that train of thought is very different from what we expect of a character.
True.
So that's why I'm like, depending on what happens in the future, depending on, you know, who dies, who attacks who is, you know, facing Gon, because if Colt faces Gon, I don't know about you, but I don't think Colt, I mean, he's different from the others, but
yeah.
The way we see this, Gon facing, you know, the stuff that's coming is going to be very interesting, and it's going to, you know, be different from what we expect, because he is an unexpected, surprising character. He is morally gray.
Yeah.
And yet again, we've got a character who says that he's dangerous, so...
yeah.
I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing that so many characters have said of him that he is terrifying, if you think about it.
Well, I'm expecting something big towards the end of the series, thanks to that.
It's just that right now, like, his thought process is leading him towards a good thing, you know? Making sure that the Chimeras don't become too big of a species, because that would be terrifying.
I'm just glad that Gon is so simple-minded that there's not really afterthought when he does something, you know?
Well, whatever he does, he strongly believes in it. He strongly believes that that's the right thing to do. But that's why I'm, like, right now, like I said, his thought process is taking him towards good decisions. You know, he's doing the right thing for the wrong reasons, but he's doing the right thing. I'm just curious to see if eventually he will do the wrong thing for the wrong reasons. You know, if his thought process is going to take him towards a bad decision that will lead to consequences.
Yeah, I'm not ready for that, if that happens.
Yeah. But I think it's interesting. Like, that's why I brought this up. It's just because we're used to watching shonen, and shonen main characters are very easy to read, you know? Mm-hmm. They have one goal, and they're very straightforward, and
they're so over-the-top good character.
Yeah, not all the time, but most of them.
Yeah.
And Gon, for all his qualities of a shonen main character... has this gray side of him that could very easily make him the bad guy if he grew into, you know, if he grew in different circumstances, or the good guy if he keeps going, you know, his way with friends surrounding him and you know, showing him the right way. But he could go many ways, so it's interesting. I think it's pretty cool to have a character like that in a shonen.
Okay, so now there's gonna be more pro hunters.
I think they're sending, what's his name?
I don't know.
The main guy, like the guy with the white hair, Nezu.
Nezu. That's
yeah. I don't know. I don't remember his name, but we never really saw him fight. We just know he's badass, and I think I kind of want him to show up and show us what he's capable of.
He is one of the best, and we're gonna see more pro heroes fighting the
pro hunters.
Pro hunters.
You're mixing a lot of shows now.
Sorry. More pro hunters fighting the camera hands, and I'm kind of expecting maybe Hisoka to be sent there. Well, if he's not still with Chrollo.
He's been in almost all. He's been in all the arcs, right? Has there been an arc where he wasn't there?
Nope. No, not one.
Then that's the first time we haven't seen him in so long.
No, not true. When they went to find Killua at his house, he wasn't there.
True. Well, yes, he was, because he was with Illumi at the beginning.
Yeah, true.
Sort of.
So, speaking of Illumi, yeah, the one that I can remember of, I think maybe Hisoka can be there. Irumi is a hunter, but I don't know because he's an assassin first.
That'd be cool to see, like, characters we know. I don't
The ninja guy that I forgot his name.
Hanzo.
Maybe Kurapika, but I don't know because of his eyes.
Kurapika's doing his own thing, you know, he's taking care of other stuff, so I don't think he's gonna show up. And Naorio's studying, so I don't even think he qualifies to show up. So I don't expect to see them. I don't expect to see them, but I'm still very excited to see who they're gonna bring up.
Yeah.
And of the people that show up, I want to see, like, some of them show their true skills.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I'm expecting maybe those three. Because that's the only one that I can remember that are hunters.
At the very least, I'm expecting a couple of characters that we've seen before. Although the last time we saw characters that we knew before.
Maybe those who judge the hunter exam. Like the guy who's...
Maybe, but I mean, they're hunters that specify in a very specific thing, so I don't know if they would send them here. Like, they are also doing their own thing, so not that it's very important, like they're asking of them to do this, so we'll see. But like I said, the last time we saw two characters that we knew, they really did not end well, so hopefully they send strong characters who can kick some ass.
Yeah.
Anyway,
what's next?
I think that's pretty much it for this episode. I would move on.
Yeah, me too.
So thank you guys so much for watching this with us. If you want to see the next episode right away, it is already on Patreon. You can check it out. The link is in the description.
Yep, so don't forget to subscribe if you want to watch it now, guys. And if not, wait for the next one to be out on YouTube, which will be next week. So we're gonna see you then.
Yes.
Bye, guys.
Bye.